Yes, we are live, guys. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Fiverr Money Secrets Masterclass. I'm your host, Bim Remilawal, and on this training, I'm going to walk you through exactly how I went from being dead broke to my last 7,000 Naira to building a business on Fiverr that generates 8 figures every single year, despite having no skill when I started. And most importantly, I'm going to walk you through exactly how you can do the same, regardless of where you're from or who you are, right? Now, before we get started with the training, let's have some housekeeping, right? The first thing is that this exclusive training will be about 1 hour long, so you need to get prepared for that. And you can log out and then come back in and thinking you'll meet us at the same point, right? So there's no way to rewind or something like that. So if you leave at any point, you have to start from the beginning, or you may not even see this training again because it's not going to be up for long. So you need to watch it at this very moment. The second thing I need you to know is that shut down all your distractions, your messengers, your WhatsApp, your FaceTime, your phone, put it on silent, get to a quiet room because we're going to be learning a lot. You're not going to want to miss even 1 second because it could contain the vital information that might change everything for you, right? The third thing is because we're going to be covering a lot, take notes if you can. So now that we've gotten that out of the way, let me know what city you're actually joining from today. Put it in the chat where you're joining from. All right, I see Kenya, I see Lagos, let's get it, baby. I see Ibadan, that's my hometown. I see Akwa Ibom, I see Benin. I see John from Kampala all the way in Uganda. I see Mumbai. Wow, we have people from all over the world joining this training today, and that is fantastic. Now, some of you may be wondering, am I in the right place? Is this training for me? Well, this training is for you if you're looking to make money working from home, right? You're sick of and tired of going to a job that you hate, getting back, being stuck in traffic, or being abused and harassed by your boss. And what still, you're not even getting enough compensation for all the work that you're putting in. Type home in the chat if that's you and you can relate to that situation, right? So you're looking for a way to make money from home, right? This training is also for you if you've tried several business opportunities in the past, be it online or offline, or maybe you're even trying one right now and everything just seems to not be working, right? But you know that there's that one thing, that one opportunity out there that is going to change everything for you. Maybe that's why you're here today. Put opportunity in the chat if that's you. Now, this training is also for you if you already have a digital skill, but you don't know how to translate it to money. Or maybe you're familiar with Fiverr already, you already use Fiverr, but you're struggling to make ends meet or make money on Fiverr consistently. Now, while this training is for all these people that I've mentioned, it's also not for everyone, right? So if you fall in this category, please leave this class right now. By that, I mean, if you're looking to get rich quick without doing any work, we do not do that over here. We only believe in serious work to make money. Type work if you're part of the serious people. So for the unserious people that are looking for get rich quick, where they press a button and money falls on them, or they refer 10 people to refer 10 people, please leave this class because this class is definitely not for you. Now, like I said earlier, guys, we're going to be spending roughly about an hour or a little bit more on this training. So I want to make sure you get the most value out of your time with me today. So I'm going to make a few promises to you, and by the end of this training, I'm going to fulfill every single one of those promises. So the first promise I'm going to make to you is that I'll show you the exact secrets that has allowed me and others to earn money consistently on the internet from the comfort of our homes, from the comfort of our laptops, right? The second promise I want to make to you is I'll show you a breakdown of how you can use freelancing on Fiverr to make up to 1 million Naira every month. That's basically $2,000 a month. And I'm also going to show you how we can work together so you can get on the path to your own 8 figures. Type 8 figures in the chat if you can't wait to work with me to get to your own 8 figures, right? So guys, there's no need for you to be dropping your WhatsApp number in the chat or asking for mine. Do not worry. By the end of this training, I'll show you exactly how we can work together. Now that we've gotten that out of the way, I want to make one thing clear, right? Because you're here with me today and because I know you're going to stay to the end of this training, I have some super cool gifts for you, right? So make sure you stay to the end because you don't want to miss out on those gifts. Now, obviously, you're here for a reason, and it's because something is important to you. It could be because you need an out of your present situation. Remember, I'm pretty sure when I said, oh, we're going to be spending 1 hour together on this training, some of you are like, man, I'm watching my data, because you know that when you run out of data, you probably don't have enough money to subscribe again, right? So you're watching your data. And some of you are also here that if your phone or your computer gets damaged today, tomorrow you won't be able to get a new one because you don't have enough money. Some of you are here because you're struggling to cover your bills, right? So that may be the reason why you are on this training. So you need that out of your present situation. And for some, you're actually able to cover your bills, but you have friends, you have family. How many of you are here right now that you have like maybe dads or your dad, your mom, your siblings, your cousins that are dependent on you, or even if they're not dependent on you, you want to be able to support them. Maybe that is why you're here. And some of you are also here today because you want to be proud of the future that you're creating for yourself. Type proud in the chat if that's you. You want to be able to look back 2 years, 3 years from now and be able to say, yes, I did that. I really did that. Now, I need you to close your eyes for 2 seconds and imagine if you learned exactly how to make money working from your computer, from your home. How massive would that be? How amazing would that be? I also want you to imagine if you were able to start your own online business where you become the CEO of your own life and you make your own rules, right? And you never have to worry about, if your boss is going to sack you, or if there's going to be a lockdown, or if there's going to be a curfew, because you already have a sustainable online business. How amazing would that be? Now, open your eyes, right? I know when I told you guys to imagine, some of you tried, or let me ask that, how many of you actually tried, but it didn't seem possible? Like you just couldn't picture yourself being the CEO of your life or owning your own online business. How many of you felt like that? You just feel like it sounds too good to be true. Yeah, I can see a lot of people in the chat saying me. Well, here's the thing. You're not alone, guys. You're not alone. And I used to think so too. So here's what happened to me. Some of you know me already. While for some of you, this is the first time. So if you don't know me already, my name is Ben Lawal. I'm a Nigerian and I currently live in Dubai. So my online money journey started in 2017 and I've been working online full time since then. In the process, I've made millions doing it and I currently own a Dubai-based company. I also started the 8-Figure Academy, which is where I've coached hundreds of people to make their own millions online as well. But here's the thing, it wasn't always like that though. I didn't just wake up and then started teaching people how to make money or even making money myself. So I'm going to share my backstory with you guys real quick so you will know why it's important to pay attention to everything I'm about to share with you today. So this was me in 2013. That was around the time when I started making rap music. So these are pictures of me in the studio, pictures of me on the stage at shows, right? And then 2 years later, I graduated from OAU, Obafemi Awolowo University. If you know OAU or you've read about it before, type OAU in the chat box. All right, so that was my graduation there. I actually finished with a second class upper in geography in 2015. So by the next year, I proceeded to my youth service. Type NYC in the chat if you know NYC. I'm pretty sure those of you from Nigeria on this training today, you know NYC. If you're not from Nigeria, NYC is like a compulsory 1-year service that you do after you graduate from a tertiary institution in Nigeria. So at this point in my NYC, I was making 23,800 Naira per month. And it was really crazy. It was really tough for me, right? The government was paying me 19,800 while the school where I was teaching from 7:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. every day. And I still have to walk back home in the sun for like 30 minutes, right? They were paying me just 4,000 Naira. So in total, I was earning 23,800. I didn't have any side income, no side hustle. I mean, how could I even have a side hustle when I was working from 7:30 to 4 p.m., right? So that was the total that I was making during my NYC in Benin. But look at this picture on the right. I took this picture in May 2017. And this was just exactly 1 month after my youth service. But 5 months before this picture was December 2016. And something crazy happened to me, right? So all the savings that I made from my 23,800, because I was actually saving about half of it. That's crazy, right? Imagine earning 23,800 and still saving half of it, right? So I was literally starving myself because I wanted to save enough money so that by the time I'm done with service, I can invest it in my music. So by December 2016, MMM, the Ponzi scheme, which I thought was the only way to make money online, it crashed. How many of you have read about MMM before, or you know someone who lost money to MMM? Type MMM in the chat. So MMM crashed and I was literally screwed, right? By the time I was done with service, 4 months later in April, I was broke to my last 7,000 Naira. This was a picture of that period, right? Now the music I wanted to make that I was saving and investing money into MMM for. I couldn't make it. I mean, you have to pay the music producers, right? Even if the music producer let you record for free, you have to pay the blogs, you have to pay the promoters and everything. So it was literally schooled for me. I couldn't make music, and I had a good grade. Remember, I graduated with a second class upper. I was sending CVs. Nobody called me back. I couldn't get a job. I was broke. I was frustrated, and I was at a point that you call rock bottom. And I don't use this term rock bottom lightly. I was literally at rock bottom. Type rock bottom in the chat if you can relate to this situation. If you've been at rock bottom in the past, or you feel like you're close to being at rock bottom, or you feel like you can just relate to that story, or this is just like you as well. You're probably currently going through this same situation. Yeah, I see a lot of rock bottom in the past. Someone said I lost all my savings to MMM. Exactly, right? So it was crazy for me. And then in that same May, freelancing happened to me, and it changed everything for me. And here's the thing, it didn't just happen. I wasn't just at rock bottom and then boom. I just happened to know about freelancing, and then I started making money. So what actually happened is, back in 2014, a mate of mine in OAU, he told me he was making money online as a writer, as a freelance writer. So I was like, I don't really understand. How does it work? He was trying to explain it to me, but I didn't really pay attention because I felt like, well, I was making music. I'll probably blow up through my music. And if I don't blow up through my music, I have good grades in school, and I'll probably have that to fall back on. How many of you right now probably have good grades and you felt like, or maybe while you were in uni, you felt like, oh, I'll get a good job because I have good grades? How many of you were like that? Well, as we all know, that's not how it usually turns out to be. So by the time I was down to rock bottom, I called my friend in 2017 and I said, bro, that stuff that you told me about, that you were making money online, is it still working? He told me yes. Then I was like, man, I definitely have to learn this thing. And I also met a friend during my youth service as well, who also confirmed that I was making money through freelancing. So I felt like, okay, I can't make music, I can't get a job, I have to definitely learn this online money making business, which is freelancing. So in that same May of 2017, like 5 days after I took this picture, I got started on the journey to freelancing. So I'm going to log into my Fiverr account backend right now to show you exactly how I started and all the money that I made. So I got all the receipts for you guys. So I'm going to log in right now to my Fiverr account backend, right? Now, obviously, I have to blow out my personal information. So I'm going to continue, and then I'll go scroll down to show you the numbers. So this was 2017, right? That same May of 2017 that I got started on Fiverr, I made $32. It was 11,000 Naira. I was so happy because I know that now I have enough money to manage for the next 1 month, if I may get a job by then or something like that. By the following month, which was my first full month on Fiverr, I made 268,000 Naira. This was already more than the amount I made in my entire service year, where I was earning 23,800 per month. I was going crazy because I made all that within 1 month. And by August 2017, I made about 400,000 Naira in a single month. It was crazy. By November, I made almost $2,000. That's like 620,000 in a single month as well. So by the end of 2017, I got started in May, and by the end of 2017, I made 2.5 million Naira. This is 7,000 in US dollars. And by 2018, I made over 10 million Naira. I collected 12,000 on Fiverr. I got some on PayPal. I got some from client directly to my bank account. And guess what? By 2019, I made over 25 million Naira, which is way more than $50,000, right? This is $22,000 from Fiverr alone. And then I had some on Stripe. So I'm going to put the here so you can see from January to December on Stripe, I got $10,000 alone in that same 2019. And I got some on PayPal and in my bank account as well, right? So that's basically what happened to me. So I went from this guy who lost everything to MMM, to this guy who was at rock bottom with his last 7,000 Naira. Then 2 years later, guess what? I was traveling the world on my own terms. This was me in Dubai. That's the third picture. And the fourth one was, I think, in Holland, in Netherlands, right? I was traveling on my own terms. I didn't go there to school. I didn't go there for a free holiday or a lottery. And I wasn't funded by a sugar mommy, right? all funded by me just because I was making money as a freelancer. And in 2019 and 2020, I was in England. I was in London. This picture, I took it in early 2020 in London at Stamford Bridge. I've been a Chelsea fan since 2005, and it was a dream come true for me to be able to go to Chelsea Stadium. As you can see from the third picture, that's where Frank Lampard does his press conferences, right? It was like a dream come true for me, and all this I was able to do from the money made from freelancing. I was able to relocate to Dubai, which is where I am based right now. So how many of you can't wait to go through this same type of transformation? Type me in the chats right now. I see a lot of me's. So if that is the case, now let's dive into the real thick of things. Let's talk about why we're here today. We're here today not just for me to share my story, but to also show you exactly what I did, how I did it, and how you can do it too. So we're going to go deep into the Fiverr secret. But before we get into the Fiverr secret, we have to do something, right? We have to scatter some myths. I have to bust them for you. Who here knows what a myth is? Type myth in the chat if you know what a myth is. Okay, people are typing myth. So basically a myth is things that you believe to be true, but in reality, they are not true. Now, when we started the webinar, I asked you guys where you're from, and I can see a lot of people on this training today are Nigerian or Africans, right? But I know in Nigeria, when we were young, right, as kids, parents used to tell the female kids that if you let a boy touch you, you're going to get pregnant. And little girls used to run away from boys because they believe it to be true that if a boy touches them, they are going to get pregnant. But it's not true in reality, right? So it's the same thing with making money online. There are so many myths that people believe to be true, but it's not actually true. And these myths are actually what is holding you back from making money online. So before we get into the Fiverr secret, we have to scatter those myths, because if we don't scatter them, it will be hard for you to understand how to go through Fiverr or even making money online at all, right? So type scatter in the chat if you want me to scatter all the online money making myth right now on this class. All right, I see a lot of scatter. I'm loving the energy, right? So the first myth we are going to scatter is that you can't make stupid money online except you're into fraud, sports betting, or all this funny investment like doubling your money or referring people that refer one people, or invest this and get 30%, right? How many of you here believe that, or that's what you've been doing? You believe that the only way to make money online is like all these funny, shady businesses, right? And if you believe that, you're actually not alone. So here's someone that I know. Her name is Adela. She started working online in 2019. She works as a virtual assistant for an Australian business, right? So Adela is currently earning over 100,000 Naira every month, doing it all from home. And who here knows what a virtual assistant is? Anybody? Sinokia says, I know. Exactly. So basically, for those that don't know, a virtual assistant is like a personal assistant. They do admin work, right? But the difference is that they're not doing it physically with their boss. They do it from a phone or a computer and all that, right? So virtual, you're not together. That's basically it. So Adela was always on her computer working for the Australian company, and her dad started suspecting her, started thinking she was a fraudster. How many of you guys are here right now? Your parents, when they see you on your phone too much or on your computer too much, they think you're either wasting time or you're into fraud or some funny businesses. How many of you are like that? Just says that's my mom. George, that's so funny, right? But I totally understand, because a lot of African parents actually believe that. So Adeola's dad didn't also believe it, right? Until Adeola had to provide this verification letter of employment to her dad from that company that she was working for, just to show her that yes, I actually have a legitimate job. So there's so many people out there who don't believe that you can actually make legitimate money online, and that alone actually holds you back from making money or getting started. And this is another example of people who make legitimate money online. This is these two guys are in their mid-30s. They are Nigerians, and recently the US company Stripe, which is a payment processor, bought their company for $200 million. How many of you have read about Paystack before? Type Paystack in the chat if you've read about Paystack before. Right? So imagine if, I can see a lot of people have read about Paystack before. Now imagine if these guys didn't think, oh, it was possible to make money online. They probably wouldn't have started such a company, right? So my point is just to show you that if you're not making money online or trying to make money online, you're leaving so much money on the table, because there's so many legitimate ways to make money online. And here's another Nigerian guy, he's 33 years old. His company is currently worth $3 million. That's like 1.5 billion naira right now. Yeah. Here's another guy, he's a Nigerian as well. In 2013, Apple actually bought his company for $1 billion. Not 1 billion naira, $1 billion. How amazing is that? So my point here, which I hope you're realizing right now, is that there are people and there are possible ways to make money online legitimately without getting involved in funny businesses. Okay? Now we're going to scatter the second myth. Type scatter in the chat again if you want me to scatter the second myth today. All right. Let us scatter. So now the second myth is the location myth, right? And people will always tell you, oh, people are not going to work with you because you're Nigerian or because you're African or because you're this, because you're like, yo, let me tell you the truth. The truth is that your country or your location is actually not a factor when it comes to making money online. And there's a reason why that is the case, right? And earlier I showed you the back end of my Fiverr and how I made 25 million naira in a single year. And the reason why I made that is because of one thing. Type one thing in the chat if you're following. And that one thing is the only thing that matters when you're working online. Who wants to know what that one thing is? Well, that one thing is that you need to deliver results and provide value. When you do this one thing, guess what? Nobody cares where you're from. I'm going to log back into the back end of my Fiverr account right now to show you why all that matters is delivering results and providing value, right? So here's the back end of my Fiverr account, and this case study is just from 3 of the clients that actually made me money on Fiverr, right? So from these 3 clients, if you look at this first person, I've worked with her 29 times. She's from France. I've worked with her 29 times and she has paid me over 2.8 million naira. This is the amount in dollars, right? And look at these other two, right? They've worked with me 19 times in total and they've both paid me almost 3 million naira, which is like $6,000 in total. Now, let me ask you guys, why do you think these people worked with me this number of times, or why do you think they paid me this much money? Do you think they just woke up and felt like, oh, we like this Nigerian boy, let's just dash him money? It's not a giveaway. The only reason why they kept working with me, despite me being a Nigerian or without them caring where I'm from, is because I was providing value. If I didn't provide value, this person will not pay me 29 times. This person will not pay me 12 times. This person will not pay me 7 times, right? I hope you're getting what I'm saying. So when it comes to making money online, the only thing that matters is providing value. So I was able to make 5.8 million naira from just these 3 clients, which is over $11,000, because I was providing value. And that's why Paystack got acquired for $200 million. That's why this guy's company is worth $3 million, because they're providing value. That's why Apple bought this guy's company for $1 billion, because his company was providing value, right? Now, there's another important reason why you actually need to forget about that myth that your location matters. And the reason is that your currency is currently crashing. Type crash in the chat if you agree that your currency is crashing. Most people on this class are Africans, right? They are Nigerian. And now is the best time to actually earn in foreign currency. And as always, I've got the receipts. In 2010, $1 was just 150 naira, right? In 2015, someone said over crashing. Well, yeah, that's true. So in 2015, $1 was 199 naira. And guess what? In 2020, $1 hit 500 naira. So what that means is that now the value of the dollar to a naira is actually more than twice of what it was 5 years ago. So if you had 1 million naira, maybe you were earning in naira and you saved 1 million naira in your bank in 2015. Right now, the value of that money is about 400,000 naira. So the only way to actually thrive during this crazy period of economic recession and inflation is to actually earn in dollars, not by earning in naira. If you're earning in naira, it's a race to the bottom because the value keeps dropping, right? Do you agree? Exactly. So now we're going to move on to the third myth. Type scatter if you want me to scatter the third myth, right? All right. So now the third myth that people actually believe to be true, which is not true, is that it's hard to make money online. Now, no doubt there are hard ways to make money online, but at the same time, there are easy ways and that are not get rich quick or funny investments, right? And the easiest of them all, the most risk-free, is by freelancing. Now, you may be wondering, who's a freelancer? Or let me ask, how many of you are hearing about this time for the first time? Type first time in the chat if you're hearing about it for the first time. Okay. So basically, a freelancer is someone who's self-employed. So you don't have a boss. You're not hired by a single company, right? You can have as many clients as you want, right? And it's usually done from home, from your computer, right? And it's 1000% legal. In case you're wondering, is this some legal stuff? Yes, it is legal. So as a freelancer, what you do is you sell stuff. You sell digital skills and services. Now, you're not selling bags. You're not selling shoes. You're not selling things, right? You're not selling physical products that can be touched. You're selling a skill or a service that can be done on your computer. And here's the crazy thing about freelancing. The upper part of this slide is the article from World Bank, which projected in 2016, they projected that the freelance industry will be worth 25 billion by 2020. And guess what happened? COVID happened. A lot of people had to start working from home. A lot of companies were downsizing and were looking for cheaper alternatives, right? So more people started working from home, and even companies started hiring freelancers, right? This is an article. The second part of this slide is an article from NPR, which is a reliable source, right? And this was in September 2020. They said jobs during the pandemic, more jobs are now freelance and may stay that way forever. How many of you guys agree that a lot of jobs are now becoming work from home? All right. And if you don't agree, whether you even agree or not, it's the reality right now. And here's another reason why you need to really start freelancing. And recently in June, they asked this man, June 2020, they asked this man, Ben Chestnut, who here knows MailChimp, or you've heard that name before, MailChimp, or you know about email marketing. You've heard that term email marketing before. Type MailChimp in the chat, right? So in June 2020, they asked Ben, who is the co-founder of MailChimp, that what would you do right now if you had to start a side hustle to make money during this whole pandemic recession era, right? Ben said, I will spend my time freelancing and helping small businesses online. And it makes sense for Ben to endorse freelancing because in year 2000, he actually lost his job as a web designer and he had to start freelancing on the side. Then he went on to co-found MailChimp. MailChimp is now a multi-billion-dollar company. As a matter of fact, in 2019, they made $700 million in a single year in 2019 alone. So I'm pretty sure their 2020 revenue is probably way off these numbers, right? So imagine if someone, a multi-billionaire like Ben, is endorsing freelancing. Like, you would be literally nuts to not start freelancing. And there's so many reasons why freelancing is the best business to start right now. And one of them is that there's actually no real capital to start freelancing compared to other online businesses. For instance, you don't even need your own website to be a freelancer, right? And this was, as always, I always bring the receipt. I always like to talk with facts and real numbers, right? This was a survey done by Freelancer Map, and they found out that during the pandemic and the whole lockdown, most people who have digital skills and services, they were getting jobs from freelance platforms, not even from their own website. Only 2% got jobs from their website. Only 4% got jobs from cold calling. Only 6% got jobs from social media, right? So there's no need for you to be cold calling or DMing random people on social media. And I'm always getting DMs like that on my Instagram. People will come to me and say, hey, I can help you manage your social media. I can help you do graphics design. But I actually don't need them. Imagine what would happen. They would get a better chance of getting a job if they actually listed their services on freelance platform. Right? So freelance platform is the best place to acquire clients when you have a digital skill. So you do not need to spend money on your own website and starting to buy your own domain, buying hosting. No, you don't need to do that compared to other online businesses, right? So allow me to introduce you to my favorite freelance platform, and it's called Fiverr.com. Type Fiverr in the chat if you know about Fiverr or you've read about it before. Even if you've not used it before, if you've read about Fiverr before, type Fiverr in the chat. So basically, Fiverr is a platform where you freelance online and you sell digital skills and services, like we said, right? So it's like Jumia or Konga or eBay or Amazon, right? Are you familiar with any of these sites? Let me know if you are. So, but the difference between those sites and Fiverr is that you do not sell physical product on Fiverr. You sell stuff that are digital, stuff that you do on your computer, right? So you're not selling bags, you're not selling weave and all that stuff, right? On Fiverr. And now you may be wondering, so Bim, why are you recommending Fiverr and why is Fiverr so good, right? The first reason is that there's no marketing cost when you're a freelancer on Fiverr. If you have a business like drop shipping or e-commerce or even affiliate marketing, you have to spend money on Facebook ads. You have to spend money on email marketing and all that. When you're on Fiverr, you don't have to spend money on any kind of marketing. You're not even going to be printing any flyers, right? Fiverr brings the customers to you and they make money by taking their own cut, which is 20% of the money you make, right? And these pictures here, these are pictures, live pictures from train stations in London. And I remember when I was in London as well, almost every train I got onto, there was always an ad from Fiverr on those trains, right? So they're marketing online and also offline, right? So that way they're bringing people to their website and those people are the ones that you sell your skills and services to. And because they are not only marketing online and they are marketing heavily offline as well, they have the most traffic of all the freelance platforms, right? So look at this, right? This is from, I love to bring the receipt. This is from similarweb.com. And in October 2025, I had a traffic of 60 million monthly traffic by October 2020, right? And their nearest competitor, which is Upwork, only had 32 million. So that means Fiverr's traffic actually doubles Upwork's traffic, and Upwork is their closest competitor. How crazy is that? So that means there's more opportunity for you right now than ever to actually get jobs on Fiverr, right? Are you guys getting me? Type following in the chat if you're following. And the crazy part is before the COVID lockdown and everything, in January, Fiverr's traffic was actually at 28 million monthly traffic, and right now it's like doubled to 60 million monthly visitors. Now, another reason why Fiverr and freelancing on that platform is the best thing to do right now is that there's no real expenses involved. I mean, you're working online, right? You're providing digital services. So you don't have to rent a shop. You don't have to rent some fancy office and put some furniture in it. You don't have to pay any yearly registration fee. Fiverr is literally free to use, right? And it's the same internet data that you're using to watch this training or they're using to watch Netflix. How many of you guys have Netflix subscription right now? Type Netflix in the chat. Right? It's the same internet that you're using on those platforms that you're using on Fiverr as well. So you don't have to buy more data or something. Do you get me? Type following in the chat if you're following, right? Now, the final reason why freelancing is the best thing to start right now, especially on Fiverr, is that you do not need a fancy skill to start. Type skill in the chat if you're following. Now, by this, what I mean is that you don't have to have some fancy coding, database, or like some super complicated skill to start. And I'm going to prove that to you. But here's the thing. Why you don't need a fancy skill to start? In order to get to 8 figures, which is the main reason why we're on this training today, you will need a skill to get to 8 figures. But you do not need a skill to start earning money. I hope that is clear, right? So I'm going to prove it to you. And the reason is that money is actually made when you deliver results or you provide value to people, right? So if you want to make money, the most guaranteed way, the only surefire way to make money is just providing value. Type value in the chat if you're following. And value does not have to be, something complex. It can be a skill, it can be a service. It's just as simple as someone wants something done and you get it done for them. That's simply value, right? So type proof in the chat if you want to see more proof that you don't have to have a super special skill before you start making money on Fiverr. All right, I see a lot of proofs. So here's the first proof, right? So as you can see, the first job that I got on Fiverr, there it is, right? That same May that I showed you guys, you can see the date. That's May 19, 2017. That was like 9 or 10 days after I got started on Fiverr, right? So this lady came to me. She asked me to provide a developmental history and timeline of door locks. Now, guys, remember, I studied geography in school. It wasn't like I did carpentry or I knew anything about door locks. But guess what I did? I went on their old friend Google. Right? I typed in history of door locks on Google. I found some search results. I opened all of them in a new tab. I read some of the information and I collated it together and I provided a 9-page document for her. Right? So this is the first page. This is the second page. This is the third page. And look at all these pictures, guys. Let me ask you, did you think I came up with all these images from my head? Of course, no. Exactly. Jane said, no way. Exactly, right? So all these pictures, all these texts, I found them on Google. And if you look at this final page, which is the references page, I had to actually put a reference of all the website that I got the information from. I provided it to that lady so that she can double check and see that, wait, I didn't come up from this from my head. It was things that I found on Google. Let me ask you guys, did I need to have a fancy skill to make money from that job? Look at how much I made. The job was actually $5 and then she gave me a tip of extra $5. So I made my first $10. Did I need to have a fancy skill to make that first $10? Yes or no? Everyone is saying no, of course. Now, the second time that lady came to me, this was June 10, 2017. She came to me after like 2 weeks or thereabout. And then she asked me to do the chronological evolution of door locks. That same project, right? So, but basically what she was asking me to do now was a summary. I didn't even know what it meant, but I asked her, and then, obviously I know chronological has to do with time, right? So I went on Google again, and I found out that, okay, I have to do a PowerPoint presentation. And this was what I did. So I basically did a summary of that job that she paid me $10 for. But this time around, I charged her $15 for just one page. So this was what I did. I just put an arrow, and every year, as you can see on this arrow, right, I just did a one sentence summary of what happened every year. You can see 1909, this happened. In 2005, which is the extreme end of that arrow, this happened. In 1975, this was what happened. A summary of that 9-page document was what I did, and I charged $15 for that. Let me ask you again, did I need to have a fancy skill to do that? Exactly. I didn't need to have a super fancy skill. I was just able to use my computer. That was it, right? Now, this was the second job that I actually got, which was 3 days later after that lady's first job, right? And this was a content writing job. Remember again, I was an artist and I had a degree in geography. It wasn't like I was a writer. I didn't like writing actually. And this guy asked me to write content for his website, right? This was on May 22, 2017. And guess what I did? He paid me $15. I earned $12 after Fiverr's cuts, right? And $15 is like 7,000 Naira. And this was what I did. This was page 1. This was page 2. And this is page 3. It was less than 300 words. Everything. And he paid me $15 for that. Did I need to have a skill, guys, to do that? Exactly. I hope you guys are getting my point now that you do not need to have a fancy skill. Who else wants more proof that you don't need to have a special skill to start earning on Fiverr? Type proof in the chat if you want to see more proof. I'm going to show you one very ridiculous one right now. Right? Now, look at this. Look at this guy on the left. Now, I don't know this guy. I just found this on Fiverr, right? Guess what he's doing? He's singing funny birthday song or say anything you want. And he charges $5 for that. Like, people are literally paying someone to sing happy birthday to you. My voice probably sounds better than the guy's voice. I know my voice is awesome right now. But like, he wasn't doing anything special. Look at you. Even see the background, right? It wasn't like it was a fancy background or something. And he has 64 reviews. And if he has 64 reviews, he has probably done like 100 jobs because not all clients will leave you reviews at the end of the job, right? So imagine if he has done 100 jobs and he charges $5, that means he has made over 250,000 Naira from singing funny birthday songs to people. How crazy is that? Do you get what I'm saying now? Value does not need to be special. You don't need to be doing coding or some super complicated stuff before you can provide value. Now, look at the third picture with the one with the frog, right? This is someone saying, I'll get Kermit to personalize a video birthday greeting and so on. It's the same thing. They're singing happy birthday. And you see how many reviews that guy has? Over 1,000 reviews. And he charges $5 for it. So that means this guy has made over $5,000, which is like 2.5 million or whatever, right? From just singing happy birthday to people. Now, I'm not saying when you get on Fiverr, you're going to be singing happy birthday to people. I'm just trying to show you, like, if people can make money off ridiculous stuff like this, can you imagine what will happen to you when you're actually selling a proper service, right? Now, let's go to a more serious one. And look at this lady, the one with the arrow. Now, I also don't know her. I just found this on Fiverr, right? And guess what she's doing? She said, I will professionally format and design Microsoft Word documents. Type Word in the chat if you know what Microsoft Word is. All right, the comment is going crazy. Seems everybody knows Microsoft Word. Now, a lot of you probably know Microsoft Word and you've never made a dime off it. Look at this lady is literally making money editing and formatting Microsoft Word document. Like, that's not complex. That's not, I'm pretty sure a lot of you, if you can watch this training, chances are that you can actually use Microsoft Word. right? And this person is making money off it. She has 230 reviews. That means she's probably done 300 jobs, right? And she charges a minimum of $15. She might charge more, but by minimum, it's $15. So she has definitely made at least 2 million Naira editing and formatting Microsoft Word document. How sick is that? Type crazy if you think that's crazy. I hope you're getting it. So my point is that you do not need to have a special skill to start making money on Fiverr. Now, if you want to get to 8 figures, which is between 10 million and 99 million per year, you will have to get a skill, right? But to start making money, you don't need to have a skill. And on Fiverr, there are several categories of things you can actually sell. There's actually like 8 categories and over 185 niches, right? There's graphics design. You can do logo, you can do business card, you can do flyers, brochure, you can be a writer, email writing, copywriting, creative writing, book writing. You can even be a ghostwriter, right? You can do social media management, Facebook ads. There are people literally getting paid for creating Instagram account or Facebook business pages for people. How many of you are here that can do stuff like that? Right? You can do 2D animation, video editing, lyrics video. There are producers that are selling their beats on Fiverr. How crazy. There are people doing voiceovers, doing jingles. There are people doing web design, coding, database, virtual assistant, business plan. I know people that are doing legal consultation, that help people to draft their company laws and privacy and policy. There are literally people doing teaching. I have a student who teaches English on Fiverr, right? And there are people doing dance videos. You know, all these artists, when they release a new song and you see all these foreigners dancing to it, it's not because those foreigners are their fans. A lot of times they actually go on Fiverr to pay those people. So there's something for everybody on Fiverr. How many of you have seen something that you can actually do just by looking at this screen right now? You've seen something that you can actually do on Fiverr. Type me in the chat or type that thing in the chat. Joseph say, I'm a graphics designer. Exactly. Joseph, you can make money from selling your services on Fiverr. I see copywriter. You guys are so, wow, there's so many people with skills already. All right. So that's my point. And don't worry if you don't have anything that you can actually do here, because all these skills can be acquired easily by training and by upskilling yourself. And the internet has made the world so easy that you don't have to go to school for 4 years or pay hundreds of thousands of Naira or dollars to actually acquire these skills. They can be easily acquired, right? So now I'm going to ask you to put, when I say these things, you can either agree or disagree, right? That I've busted some of these myths. So you don't have to, the first one is that you don't have to do fraud or funny businesses to make legitimate money online. Do you guys agree or do you disagree? Your location does not matter online. The only thing that matters is value and the results that you deliver. Do you agree or do you disagree? All right. It's not hard to start a freelance business, and you don't even need your own website to start an online business and sell your digital skills and services. Do you agree or do you disagree? You do not need to have a special skill to get started and start making money on Fiverr, although you will need one to get to 8 figures. Do you agree or do you disagree? I'm seeing the charts going crazy with agree. Now that we've gotten all of the myths holding you back from starting or being successful on Fiverr out of the way, now let's get to some real Fiverr money secrets. Type stupid money in the chat if you can't wait to start making stupid money on Fiverr. Ooh, while he's having the money emoji. That's amazing, right? So here's the thing, guys. For you to actually be a successful freelancer online, you need just 4 things. And if you don't have these 4 things in place, you will be struggling, right? So the first thing you need is you need something to sell. And we've talked about that already, which is a digital skill or service in any of those 8 categories and 185 branches, right? The second thing is someone has to buy what you're selling. I mean, if you have a skill, it's not enough. If someone does not buy it, you don't make any money, right? You can't sell it to yourself. Now, the third thing you need is a platform that connects you as the seller and then the person that's going to buy. So in this case, that platform is Fiverr. So Fiverr does the connection. Fiverr brings the buyer, and then you as a seller, you list your services on there. Are you following? Right? And the most important thing is a strategy. So the people that actually struggle, they do not have a strategy. They treat freelancing on Fiverr as a hobby. So they are just operating based on vibes. That's why today they get jobs, and then for the next 1 year, they don't have anything. no money is coming in for them, and they're just praying to God to let them get the next order. And some people never actually make a dime, right? Because they don't have a strategy. So this is what amateurs do. They go on Fiverr, they list their skill and their services, and then buyers come. And what happens when you have this process, as you can see on my screen, is that you make little to no money. Type "not my portion" in the chat if this is not going to be your portion, right? I see a lot of "not my portion," right? So here's what people who make 8 figures on Fiverr, this is what they do, which is going to be you as well. Type me in the chat if this is going to be you. You are going to be an 8-figure freelancer. Yes, exactly. So this is going to be you, right? So you have a similar process to the amateurs, but the difference is that you're going to back it up with a strategy. So when you add a strategy to your digital skill and your service, you make stupid money. Type "stupid money" in the chat, right? So I'm going to share with you the stupid money strategies and secret that the top 1% of Fiverr freelancers know that the others don't. Who's ready to learn about all these secrets? All right. So the first secret is that you need to sell something that is in high demand, both on Fiverr and outside of Fiverr. So here's the mistake a lot of people make. They just go on Fiverr. They don't even know. There's no research. There's no validation. They just go there. They hear that people are selling this, or like they don't even know. They just go there and start selling something, right? But the problem is, if you're not selling something that is in high demand, not a lot of people are going to be looking for it, right? So an example I like to give is like, if you sell makeup services for newborn babies, right? Not a lot of parents are looking for someone to put Mary Kay or foundation or primer on their little kids. Is that right? Now, while you may be the only one in your country selling makeup services for newborn babies, if a lot of people are not looking for it, so that means your service, even though it's different, is not in high demand. And if it's not in high demand, you're not going to make a lot of money. So you can see these screenshots here. This was one job that I did for a client, and I got $800 from that single job. That's 400,000 in Naira from a single job on Fiverr. Why is that? It was because it was a high demand skill. It was a high demand service. People are looking for it both on and off Fiverr. That's why I'm able to command that much money. So if you're selling something that people are not looking for, that doesn't have high demand, you're not going to make a whole lot of money, right? And it will be hard for you to actually get to 8 figures. So that's the first secret. The second secret is that even though you're selling something in high demand, right? We've gotten that out of the way. We understand that it has to be in high demand. You also need to differentiate it. The reason is that a lot of people, once they find out that, oh, this thing is really selling right now, they will also start selling it. So everybody will now be selling the same thing, and competition will be so high, right? But the 8-figure freelancers, they do not worry about competition. Do you know why? Because they stand out. They are unique. So look at this picture on the screen right now. You can see these 4 shoes. Even though they all do the same thing, which means you can wear them or they protect your leg or something. Like the first time you saw this light, what jumped at you? Obviously the red star, all star. Is that right? Or am I wrong? Or is it the black shoe that jumped at you? Obviously the all star. That's what everyone is saying, the red shoe, because even though it's the same thing, they all do the same thing, it stands out. So when you're selling something that is in high demand, to set yourself apart from the competition, you need to be unique as much as possible, so that when people come on Fiverr and they are looking for services, they see your account, they see your profile, and you're the one they come to first. Right? Are you getting it? Type "getting it" in the chat if you're getting what I'm saying. Now, my third secret for making stupid money on Fiverr is that you need to understand the 3 client types. You need to know how to attract them, and you also need to know how to sell to them. Type 3 clients in the chat if you're following. All right, now, a lot of people don't know this, right? But there are actually 3 types of clients that will get you to your 8 figures faster than anything, right? So look at this guy chopping burger. This is going to be you eating Fiverr money very soon when you understand these 3 types of clientele, right? Now, the first client is what I like to call the main course client. So these clients, their jobs, you actually service it and you keep 100% of the money. So that's like your primary skill or your primary service. They come to you, you do the job for them, and you keep all your money, right? That's the first type. Now, the second type of client is the appetizer client or the small chops client, right? So this client, you actually get the job from them, but you don't do it, you give it to someone else. Now it's similar to outsourcing, but it's a little bit different. It's still outsourcing anyway, but it has a little slight to it, in the sense that you don't actually have to know anything about that job you're getting. You just need to get that job and give it to someone else. So that's passive income for you, because while you're busy servicing your main client, you're also getting money off this appetizer client. So let's say an appetizer job is supposed to pay you 500,000 naira, right? But because you don't know anything about the job, you give it to someone else. The person you pay the person 250 and you keep 250. So that's literally passive income for you, right? So when you have the main course client, you have the appetizer client, that's like 2 streams of income, right? Now we had the third one as well, which are the dessert clients. So the dessert clients are like small random jobs that you can actually do, but these are not your main service, and these are not appetizer clients, right? You also keep the money from this, but it's not a lot of money. So remember how the first 2 jobs that I did, or the first 2 clients that I had, one was like writing and the other one was like a little assignment, right? That's not my main service. I'm not a writer, neither am I a researcher, right? But I was able to do it, and I was able to make some money out of those clients, right? So these are the third type of client that you need to make money on Fiverr and get to 8 figures fast. So when you have all these 3 in place, it will be hard for money to not keep flowing in consistently for you, right? Type following in the chat if you're following. All right, everyone is following. Musa says over following. You guys are so hilarious. I'm loving your energy. So now it's not enough to just know the 3 types of clients. You have to actually put a system in place to convert those clients, right? So there are 3 stages to making stupid money from the 3 types of clients. The first stage, which is the smallest, is the attraction stage. That's stage 1, or also known as the front end, right? So first of all, you attract them, then you move them down to stage 2, which is the stage where you convert them. So that's the time you're getting the money out of them for the very first time. That's the first job you're getting to do from them. You've attracted them just like the Red All-Star attracted you, right? You've attracted them. Now you've spoken to them and they have to pay you for the first time. That's stage 2. Now, after they've paid you the first time, you don't let them pay you just once. You let them pay you multiple times. So that's what happens in the back end. That's how you maximize them. So it's that stage 3 that you actually make stupid money. Now you can't go to stage 3 without having stage 2. You can't go to stage 2 without having stage 1, right? So when you have these 3 things in place, you will make stupid money from your Fiverr clients, right? Type stupid money in the chat again if you want to see how I make stupid money on Fiverr. All right. So now remember the 3 clients that I showed you earlier where I made so let me go back to Fiverr right now. So these 3 clients, right, where I made 5.8 million from these 3 guys. Guess what happened on the first time they each contacted me? So the first time the other client, this client, the first time she contacted me, she paid me $10, which is like 5,000 naira. Just the first time. That's stage 2. In stage 1, I didn't make any money. I was just attractive and unique enough to attract them to contact me. So when she contacted me, she paid me $10 for the first job that we did together. This other one, the next client, paid me $200, 100,000 naira the first time we worked together. While the last one paid me $350 the first time we worked together. So in total, right, 3 clients paid me 200,000 naira the first time that we worked together in total. So the stage 1, I only attracted them. I didn't make any money. You don't make money in stage 1. By stage 2, I converted them and then they paid me up to 200,000 naira the very first time. And then I moved them to stage 3 and that was where I made 5.8 million naira. So I didn't get them to work with me just once. I got the first one to work with me 29 times. I got the second one to work with me 12 times. I got the third one to work with me 7 times. All right? So your back end is where you make the most money. I hope you're following, right? Type following in the chat if you're really following and you're understanding everything that I've been saying so far. All right, I can see a whole lot of people are following. So now that you know the strategy, how many of you would like to see a breakdown of how to actually make $1 million naira every month on Fiverr? And $1 million is like $2,000, right? Type million in the chat if you can't wait to make $1 million every month on Fiverr. Guys, I need to see more millions. I need to see more millions, man. All right. So now to make $1 million, you actually need to make only $2,000. And right now, $1 to Naira is like 500 Naira. So you can actually get one order to pay you $2,000 every month, because most of your money will come from recurring clients, right? Clients that keep coming back. So you can get one order to pay you $2,000 every month. Now you may be thinking, $2,000, why would anybody pay me 1 million Naira? Well, that's very possible if you're selling something that is in high demand. Are you following? Right? Now, now I know it may be hard to get $2,000 a month, but guess what? You can actually get 2 clients to pay you $1,000 every month. You can get 10 clients to pay you $200 every month. You can get 20 clients to pay you just $100 every month. Are you guys following? So that's the breakdown, exact breakdown of how to make $2,000 in a month. And to put it into perspective, right? This is a screenshot from my account, right? And these are like 4 different years and 4 different months, just to show you that this is not something that happens maybe, oh, there's a particular time when you make money on freelancing. It's only people that don't have strategies that have dry months, or they don't know, or they feel like, oh, it's only one time you make money, or some months are dry, right? So these are 4 different years and 4 different months. So look at this first one. This is January 2020. Remember, in January was when I was in Stamford Bridge. I was in London. I was chilling and enjoying my life, and I still completed 18 orders. This was December in 2018. I completed 32 orders. This was in June 2019. I completed 33 orders. As you can see, the completed part here, in that 2019, I actually completed a total of 273 orders on Fiverr alone. Remember, I got payment outside of Fiverr, but on Fiverr alone, that's 273 orders in 1 year in 2019. So that's an average of over 20 orders in a month. And look at the final one. In October 2017, I completed 36 orders. Right? How crazy is that? And guess what? You only need 20 clients that are paying you $100 a month to get to 2,000. So if you're selling, imagine if you're selling high demand services, right? You're selling something that costs like 500. You're selling something that costs like 200. And you learn all the secrets to maximize them. Guess how much you're going to be making if you're doing on average 20 clients a month, which you can even do way more than that in a month. Right? That's how crazy it is, right? Whew. So that was a lot, guys. That was a lot. How many of you feel like this guy right now? Your mind is blown with all these things that I've shared today. And you're like, this guy right now, like, oh my God, this is crazy. And that's normal, because I've shared with you the exact strategies that has allowed me and other people to earn money daily, weekly, and monthly on Fiverr. And I've also shared with you how you can use freelancing to make up to $2,000 or millions every month, right? So let me ask you, are you pumped and excited to go and get your 8-figure wins? Type pumped in the chat if you're pumped right now. Ooh, I see a lot of pumped. Yes, yes, yes. Now, before you go and get your 8-figure wins, remember at the beginning of the webinar, I promised to show you exactly how we can work together to accelerate and get you started on your own 8-figure journey. So how many of you would like to work exclusively with me and Enan to get to your 8-figure journey? Type me in the chat if you would like to work with me exclusively. And also type 8-figure if you can't wait to get to your own 8 figures a year. I see a lot of me. Well, if you type 8-figure, then it's your lucky day, because the way to work with me is through the Fiverr Accelerator program. Now, let me tell you something, guys. If you're here right now, you signed up for this webinar, and you're watching up to this point, it's not a coincidence. Maybe you, like I was 3 years ago, you're looking for that house, right? You saw my ad, or maybe someone who's been making money on Fiverr told you that, hey, you need to go and watch Beam's training. Is the best person to put you through on Fiverr. Like, whatever reason got you here today, it's not a coincidence. It could be the universe pushing you towards that out, that opportunity that you've been looking for. So let me show you someone else who was looking for an out and found it through the Fiverr Accelerator program. So here's Mohammed, right? He used to live in Ghana, and he was working at a factory where he was earning like 100,000 Naira every month. That's like $200, right? And Mohammed eventually lost that job in Ghana. And Mohammed is a Nigerian, right? And it's hard enough to even get a job in your own country, not to talk about another man's land. So after losing that factory job, he couldn't get a job again. He was dead broke. He had no family in Ghana, and he was forced to come back to Nigeria with no money and no qualifications. I mean, he had a qualification, which was an ordinary national diploma. And you guys will agree with me, especially for those of you that are Nigerians that are here today, you will agree that an OND is pretty much useless. Type useless in the chat if you believe that OND is pretty much useless in Nigeria. See, I had a 2-1 from OAU, one of the most prestigious schools in Nigeria, and I still couldn't get a job, right? I know people who have masters, people who have PhD, and still find it out to get a good job. Not to talk of someone who has just an OND, right? And Mohammed was really desperate. He even told me one time that he was actually suicidal at some point. He happened to find this out through the training shared in the Fiverr Accelerator program. Right now, Mohammed averages 1 million naira every month on Fiverr. He's now into freelancing full time. He does real estate investment. He invests in agriculture. He has multiple acres of land, all from Fiverr money, all because he decided to claim his out and claim his destiny. Type claim in the chat right now if you are ready to claim your own destiny as well. Now, you may be wondering, why is this Fiverr Accelerator program so powerful, right? It's because it's a 3-part system that gives you the best chance at getting a piece of the $25 billion freelancing market. So people like myself and people like Mohammed, we're currently having our piece right now, and it tastes so yummy. Type yummy in the chat if you can't wait to start having your own piece of the pie as well. Now, let me show you another person who's also having their own piece. So here's Akin, right? He signed up for Fiverr in April. That was when he created his account, and he made $0. So eventually he enrolled in the Fiverr Accelerator program in July and has since made almost 2 million naira, right? And he became a millionaire within his first 3 months of being in the program. And this was his post in the community, right? He said, next stop, top rated seller. I believe I've made around 1.7 million in my first 5 months with around $600 active orders. So basically what that means is he has already collected 1.7 million naira and he still had like 300,000 that is yet to collect if he completes those orders, right? He said, I could have made a whole lot more, but I don't believe I have the necessary skill to charge clients mighty sums. And that's what I'm telling you guys. That's what you need to realize, that you don't need to have a special skill or be the best with the current skill that you have before you start making stupid money on Fiverr. And a reason why I love sharing Akin's story was because, you know, he thought initially, and you know, around April when he signed up and before he enrolled in July when he made no money, right? What happened was he thought he could Google and YouTube his way to money on Fiverr, but he tried everything and nothing worked until he got into the program. And that's because there's a big difference between what you actually get on Google and YouTube and other trainings and what you get in the Fiverr Accelerator program, right? And it's what I like to call the triple threat. So the triple threat is made up of the course, the access to the nation, and the weekly accelerator coaching calls. So these 3 things are a combination of over 30,000 hours of my personal time of being a multi-millionaire on Fiverr. So this is what you will never get anywhere else, right? So let's go to the first part of the program. So the first part is the course, and it has 6 modules, which is designed to walk you from the beginning to the end so that you can have a clear pathway of how you're going to get to your own 8 figures, right? So the first module is the door. How many of you are hearing about Fiverr for the first time today, or you know, you've been on Fiverr before but you're struggling? Let me know in the chat. Alright, so the first module is actually where I show you how to set up your account for success, right? Because if you don't set up your account for success, if you don't get the fundamentals right, it's hard for you to even get to the final stage. It's hard for you to actually learn how to monetize if you don't set something up right. It's like if you want to build a house and then you're having a painter or a shoemaker build your house, do the foundation. If the foundation is wrong, everything else is going to be wrong. So in module 1 is where you learn how to set up your account for success, right? Then from there we move on to level 2. How many of you are familiar with the Fiverr level system? Okay. I see you. Well, whether you're familiar or not, guess what? In module 2, I'm going to show you the secret, the hidden secret between every one of these levels, so that you know the right level to get to actually get to level to 8 figures. Right? So in that module 2 is where I walk you through all that, and we start getting your hands dirty by setting up your profile, your attractive profile in module 2 as well. By module 3 in module 3. And then module 3 is called the riches and the niches. Type riches in the chat if you can't wait to make Fiverr riches. So let me ask again, how many of you already have something to sell, or you're already on Fiverr but you're struggling with it? Type me in the chat. And how many of you are here right now, like you're excited about everything that I've talked about so far, but you're still thinking, oh man, I don't have a skill, I don't know where I'll start from? How many of you are like that? Type start in the chat if you're like that. So whichever shoe you're in, guess what? You have nothing to worry about, because module 3 got you covered, right? So module 3 is where I show you how to identify those high demand skills. Remember, I showed you with a single order that I did that was $800. I've done orders that are like 1,500 or even more, right? So module 3 is where I show you how to validate and identify things that you can sell that are in high demand, so that you can make a whole lot of money. And if you already have a skill to sell, right, module 3 is also how you validate it to be sure that this thing is actually going to make you money, right? And how you also learn how to package it so you can make the most money from it, right? And then module 4 is called the front end funnel. So let me ask you guys, how important do you think first impression is in anything in life? Is it very important or not so important? Well, if you say very important, you're right, because an example I love to give is, let's assume you want to buy something for the first time from 2 shops, right? It's the first time you're patronizing the shops. And one shop is orderly, there's queue outside, there's orderly, there's soft music, there's lighting, everywhere is neat, right? And then shop B, like there's so much noise coming outside shop B, there's housefly outside, people are fighting, there's broken bottles on the floor outside, like everything just looks unkempt, right? Which one are you likely to buy from for the first time? Everyone is saying the first one. Exactly. Because the first one provided the best impression. So that's the same reason why a lot of people on Fiverr struggle, because they just go on Google and YouTube and everything, right? So they don't actually know how to create the best first impression for potential client. So in module 4 is where I show you how to create that first impression, so that you can attract those 3 types of clients that we talked about, right? Then from there we move to module 5. So as you can see, everything is logically arranged in a sequence, right? So module 5 is the middle funnel. So let me ask you, who can relate to this scenario whereby you go to a shop and the first time you went there, you just didn't like the attitude, or maybe certain words, or the way the staff at that business, or it could be a shop, it could be an online vendor, you just didn't like the way they were talking to you, or the way they deliver their service. How many of you can relate to that? Okay, how many of you can also relate to a business that you patronized, and the first time you patronized them, you knew that this is going to be my customer for life, I'm definitely going to come back to this business and keep doing business with them? How many of you can relate to that as well? Well, you know, the difference between the 2 businesses is customer service, right? A lot of people also struggle on Fiverr because they don't have their customer service right. They are treating Fiverr like a hobby, not like a proper business, right? So they don't know the keywords to say to client. They don't know how to say certain things and how to deliver their services right. So that's why they struggle, right? And clients tend to work with them just once. So in module 5, you get to learn how to make clients work with you, not just once, but multiple times. Are you following? All right. So from there, we now move to module 6. Let me ask you, how do you think most businesses, most successful businesses, how do you think they grow their client base or their business? Do you think they grow it by, servicing old clients, or by servicing new clients? Let me know. Well, if you say new clients, you're wrong. And if you say old clients, you're very right. Because a study actually shows that old clients, or people who are bought from you in the past, are 6 to 7 times more likely to buy from you again. And that makes sense, because when you have repeat clients, it gives you less stress and you have peace of mind, because you know where your next money is coming from. But imagine if you had to start looking for new clients every time. So that's what amateurs do, right? Instead of maximizing existing clients, they start looking for new orders, that start looking for new clients, right? So in module 6, I walk you through exactly how to maximize every single client that comes your way. So you're not in that roller coaster of looking for new clients, right? You're now working like a professional business, like a proper business, right? And you also learn how to withdraw your Fiverr funds as well, because at this point you're already making money. You learn how to withdraw all your earnings and everything associated. So that's basically the first part of the Fiverr Accelerator program. And here's someone who went through the course, right? And this is Comfort. She's known about Fiverr since 2017. And this was her first post in the community, right? She said, so no orders yet. My views keep going up. Fiverr has never been kind to me. Either way, no stress, right? I mean, she's been on Fiverr for years. She's tried different things. She's tried YouTube. She's tried Googling, but she didn't make a dime. So when she enrolled and this was her first post, she said, oh, Fiverr has never been kind to me. But guess what happened to Comfort later? Look at this post at the bottom, right? That was what Comfort said. She said, I can't wait to be a level 1 seller. Oh my God, I'm so close to $400. I'm even scared to withdraw any of it. And recently, Comfort shared this screenshot in the community, right? She became a level 1 seller. And for you to be a level 1 seller, you must have earned at least $400, which is over 200,000 Naira. And she's made way more than that right now. So she's made at least 30 times over investment. How amazing is that? And recently, Comfort shared this as well in the community. She said, every month is better than the last one, guys. Keep pushing. And if you see the arrow, she's done 44 orders in the past 4 months. And remember, guys, I told you, you only need 10 orders, 10 clients or 10 orders paying you $200 every month to get to $2,000 a month, which is like $1 million Naira. So Comfort, who is new to Fiverr, she's not new anyway, but she just got into the program and now she has done 44 orders in 4 months, killing it, and she's on the road to our millions. Type millions in the chat if you can't wait to get on the road to your own Fiverr millions as well. And why Comfort story is important to share is because it relates to one of my favorite quotes, which is that you're the average of the 5 closest people around you. How many of you have read this quote before? That if you hang around 5 millionaires, you become the 6th. Well, that's why the second part of the Fiverr Accelerator program is the nation, right? So you get citizenship to the nation, which gives you the opportunity to rub shoulders with Fiverr millionaires so that you can be the next one, right? And, you know, it's not a random Telegram or WhatsApp group or Facebook community. We actually have our own dedicated mobile app, right? So this is where we share live updates, what's working now, what's not working anymore. We share information and resources, and you get live 24/7 support in a nation of freelancers from over 10 countries, guys. And apart from that, you also get to share your wins and get motivated by other people winning. Imagine being in a community where people are posting their wins regularly, right? That's going to motivate you regardless of if you're a newbie or if you're already on Fiverr, right? This is someone who shared, I woke up to a new order. Keep pushing, guys. This is another person saying, never give up. And there are always people there cheering you, commenting you, and congratulating you. How many of you can't wait to be a member of the nation right now? How many of you can't wait to get your citizenship? Type citizen in the chat. Alright, so this chart on the left, right, someone posted I think they posted their screenshot about how they've made their first million or thereabout. And look at this, people are telling them, come on. This one said, my mind just went proof. This one said, I shouted like someone robbed me. Here's another person who posted an order and someone told him congratulations. So that's some of the things that happen in the nation, right? Apart from the wins and all the information and all the resources, right, you also get access to the vault within the nation. So the vault is where I've actually manually reviewed over 100, or it's probably close to 200 right now, Fiverr accounts and gigs that I've reviewed myself, right? And guess what? You can always have access to it so that when you are having issues with your Fiverr account or something is not working, you can literally go back to watch those replays of all those gigs in different niches that I've actually reviewed. How amazing is that, right? Apart from that, you also get over 600 minutes of our weekly live call replays within the vault. So the vault is so packed. It's packed to the brim, guys. It's going to blow your mind. Apart from that, we also have the outsourcing hub within the nation, which is where you can outsource jobs to fellow citizens, right? So that means, remember the second type of client I talked about, which is the appetizer client, right? Where you get the jobs and you don't do it and you give it to someone else. So now you can get jobs on Fiverr and come to the nation and give it to someone that can do it, and you make passive income from that. And it's a win-win. Even if you don't get jobs and give it to someone else can get jobs and give it to you. So that's extra income to you as well. So while you're getting jobs on Fiverr, you can also be getting jobs from the nation. So it will be hard for you to not get to your 8 figures, right? So this was recently when I needed someone to do a task on Excel spreadsheet, and I posted it in the community. Within minutes, like 3 people already came up and said, hey, they can do it. And this is another one. where someone who, this guy is actually a Facebook ads guy, right? He's into Facebook marketing, and he got a job about Shopify website design, and he posted it into the nation, right? Because there are all sorts of people from different niches in there who can get the job done for you, and you share the money, and that's a win for you, right? Now, here's the thing. So basically, in the nation, you're going to be rubbing shoulders with all these Fiverr millionaires, and there's no need to be intimidated. While there are millionaires in the nation, there are also everybody at different stages, including newbies like you, right? So that's what the nation is all about. And now the third part of the program is the weekly coaching calls, right? Put a yes in the chat if you think it would benefit you to have access to someone like me who has made tens of millions on Fiverr. Put yes in the chat if you think it will benefit you. I see a lot of yeses. Well, that's what you get with the weekly coaching calls. And here's the thing about that, right? On a normal day, if you wanted to get 1 hour of my time, it will actually cost you 100,000 Naira. That's $200 to book 1 hour consultation with me. But guess what? When you're a member of the Fiverr Accelerator program, and as long as you have your membership, you are going to get access to me every week. So we do our weekly coaching calls. As a matter of fact, when you get in today, you can get in on the next one, which is next Tuesday, right? So on these calls, I help you get straight. I help you get unstuck. I hold you accountable as well. So if you're having any issues, as you can see from this screenshot, the first one is someone sharing their account, right? They're sharing their screen on the Zoom call live, and I'm telling them, hey, this is what you should do. This is what you should not do. This is all the changes you can make. Ooh, how amazing would that be, right? And look at this post at the bottom from Chris, who is a member of the Fiverr Accelerator program. Here's what he posted. He said, thanks a lot, Bim. I've been getting orders now after all the help in the course and on the live course. I really appreciate it. That's how powerful the Fiverr Accelerator weekly coaching call is, right? So those are the 3 things you're getting. And just to recap, you're getting the course. The value of the course is 1 million Naira. You're getting access to the nation and the vault. The value of that is 800,000 Naira. And you're getting a weekly coaching call, and the value of that is also 1.2 million Naira. So the total value of everything you're getting today with the Fiverr Accelerator program is 3 million Naira. Now, normally when we invite people to invest in this program, the normal price is 320,000 Naira. But here's the thing, you can actually make that from a single job. I showed you guys earlier about this order where I made 400,000 Naira from a single job, right? So if you make 400,000 Naira from a single job and you invest 320 in the program, you still have extra 80,000 Naira to chill with, right? But we decided to give a 50% off. Type 50 in the chat if you want a 50% discount. That would be 160,000 Naira for you to enroll in the program. And here's Ayodele. She's a website designer. She's a member of the program. And on her second order, she's never made a dime on Fiverr before. And by her second order, she made 160,000 Naira or thereabout from this very second order. So that's how powerful this program is. And if you go on my website right now, we are currently having a sale. So which means you can get in for 100,000 Naira. But guess what? Remember at the beginning of this training, I told you I have a special gift for everyone that stays to the end. So if you're lucky and you're watching this right now, that means you're not going to enroll in the program for 320,000 Naira. You're not going to enroll for 160,000 Naira. You're not going to enroll for the current price on my website, which is 100,000 Naira, right? Today, when you enroll, you get 80% off the price on my website, and you have to enroll for 20,000 Naira only, which gives you instant 3 months of access to the Fiverr Accelerator program. How amazing is that? Now, if you don't have 20,000 Naira, we totally understand. That's why we created an option for you to lock in and save your spot, right? So that means you can pay 5,000 Naira today. That's if you don't have the 20,000, you can pay 5,000 Naira today and then balance up the rest within the next 4 weeks. But you do not get access until you pay your balance. Only the people who pay in full for 20,000 Naira will get instant access for 3 months. Now, here's the thing. This offer is only limited to the first 100 people on this webinar alone. So if you're watching this right now and this page has not disappeared and you can still hear me, it means there's an opportunity for you to get in. So you have to go and enroll today, because once today is over and we fill up the 100 spot, you have to go and get in on my website for 100,000 Naira. So click the button right now that's showing up on your screen to get your 80% off and enroll in the Fiverr Accelerator program for either the 20,000 Naira full investment or the deposit of 5,000 Naira. So you'll see the button. It looks like this. It says, yes, I want the 80% discount. So go and click that button right now and go and enroll, right? And if the button is not working, you can actually open a new tab on your browser and simply go to 8figurefiverr.com/pay to go and enroll. So I'm going to turn on my camera so that you can see me and I can take all possible questions that you may have. All right. So here's what to do next. You either click on the button or you go to 8figurefiverr.com/pay. Then you choose your payment method. You can either pay through ATM or your bank transfer. And I can see a question here on the back end from Johnson asking if this is only for Nigerians. No, this is for anybody. The program is taught in English. So as long as you're an English speaker, regardless of what country you're from, whether it's Ghana, whether it's Nigeria, whether it's India, you can enroll in this program. So choose your payment method, and if you have issues paying, just send an email to hello@bimremilawa.com. I hope that is clear. So once you make payment, just take a screenshot of that and send your full name, your proof of payment, your email address, and your phone number to hello@bimremilawa.com. And once you send that, give them 20 minutes and the support staff will confirm and process your enrollment, and you'll get your login details via the same email address, right? So let me check again how many people who have started enrolling. Guys, you guys are so fast. I'm loving the energy, right? So I'm checking on my second system here. Awesome. Awesome. I can see John. Congratulations, John. Congratulations, Timlane. Congratulations, Aisha. Congratulations, Jonathan. Wow, I'm loving this, guys. I'm loving this. So keep enrolling. Go to 8figurefiverr.com/pay or click on the button on your screen, right? So I want to show you guys, someone else who took action and got enrolled in this program. Here's Peter. Peter said he has, can you see here? He said, I've been on Fiverr since 2019 August and I made about 4 sales from just a single buyer. But since October 2019, I've not made a single sale, not got good impression until I stumbled upon this program. And after watching and practicing what I was taught, in less than 3 weeks, I've gotten 15 orders. Type 15 in the chat if you think that's crazy. Someone who hasn't gotten an order in over 1 year. Now he got in the program and within 3 weeks, he's gotten 15 orders, right? And he said, now I'm a level 1 seller. I still got some orders to go as at now. And the orders keep coming and I made sure I deliver 100%. Remember, to be a level 1 seller, you need to have made at least $400, which is 200,000 Naira. So within 3 weeks of investing in this program, he got to level 1. How sick is that? And look at the screenshot from Peter's dashboard, right? He still has $290 on queue. That's like over 100,000 on queue. Talk about return on investment, right? So congratulations to Anyandi K. Congratulations to Ruth. Congratulations to Ahmed. Wow, all the spots are really going, guys. Go and enroll right now. Remember, we have only 100 spots. And once all the spots are gone, that's it. You won't be able to get in for this ridiculous pricing. You will only be able to get in for 100,000 Naira. Congratulations to you, Ahmed, as well. So here's another person who took action and got enrolled in the program. Adekule got his first order within 24 hours of actually creating his gig. This guy joined like few minutes before our weekly coaching call on that day. It was on a Tuesday. And then this was his first post. And I was asking him, congratulations, did you set up a new gig yet? Because by the time he got to module 2, right? And then he posted, after I created his account, he said, I got an order from buyer request within 24 hours after I created my account. And this was the survey everyone who enrolls in the program fills, right? And the one this guy filled, he said, I asked, how much have you made so far from Fiverr? He's never made a dime. And now within 24 hours of creating his account and following the instructions in the program, he made his first 10,000 Naira, right? And guess what? 24 hours from that time, less than 24 hours from that time, he made another money, which was $62. So that means within a 24-hour period, this guy made over 45,000 Naira. Talk about return on investment, guys. Over 45,000 from someone who has actually never made money on Fiverr before and never has been on Fiverr before, right? And guess what? By his third order or thereabout, this guy made $200 from a single job, 80,000 Naira. And that's what happens when you sell high demand services, right? $200 for a newbie. And this is what he posted. He said, to the 8-figure nation, thank you so much, Mr. Beam. Your encouragement is second to none. I got an order from an existing buyer, blah, 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 right? That's the power of the Fiverr Accelerator program. And recently, Adekunle posted, he said, "Good morning, great nation. I've been away for a while. I'm glad I joined this nation. I became a level 1 seller yesterday." That's another person. Talk about return on investment. These are complete newbies, right? Now he's made over 200,000 Naira within 3 weeks as well. Less than a month since he got in, right? So remember, you can either pay in full for 20,000 Naira right now and get instant 3 months of access to the Fiverr Accelerator program. If you don't have 20,000 Naira, that's fine. You can pay a deposit right now of 5,000 Naira. And then you can balance the rest up later. But it's only when you pay the balance that you get access. But the people that pay in full right now, they're going to get immediate access for 3 months to the program. And this discount is limited. It's not even up to 100 people anymore, because we've had, I think, about 15 people have already gotten. Congratulations, Akilu. Congratulations, God's Power. Congratulations, Tony. Congratulations, Abimbola. Oh my God, that's my namesake. I can't wait to see you on the call. So guys, click the link on your the button on your screen right now, or the link 8figure Fiverr/pay. Right? So here's another person who is a writer, right? He got an order for $350. That's roughly 120,000 Naira. And he said more of this will come out my way this week. Keep pushing, right? That's the power of the program. And it's not the only one. Here's another person who got a tip. This was not even from the main job. That's what happens when you know how to do customer service. When you learn all the secrets in module 5, right? You get tips like this, $125 as a tip, not even the main job. That's over 60,000 Naira from someone just saying, "Thank you, I love what you did for me," right? That is the power of the program. So just to recap, everything you're getting today is the Fiverr Accelerator course. You're getting access to the nation, which is a private community, remember, which you get your citizenship. You're also getting access to the vault. You're getting a weekly accelerator coaching call, which is access to me every week for 1 hour, something you would have otherwise paid 100,000 Naira per hour for, right? You're getting access to it for free when you're in the Fiverr Accelerator program. Total value of everything you're getting today is 3 million Naira, and you don't have to pay the price on the website, and you only have to pay 80% off, which is 20,000 Naira for instant 3-month access. Either that, or you can pay a deposit of 5,000 Naira. So go enroll now. Right? Congratulations to everybody enrolling. Timlane is asking, how does he get his login details? So Timlane, like I said, guys, just once you enroll, take your proof of payment, your full name, your email address, and your phone number, and send it to hello@bimremilawa.com. I'm going to probably type that into the chat right now, so you can go send it to that email, and then you will get your access within 20 minutes. Also, here's the thing: for some of you, you may be wondering, should I pay the deposit or should I pay in full? Guess what? When you pay in full right now, you see, apart from instant access that you're getting to everything that the program has to offer, you're also going to get 7 awesome bonuses. Type bonus in the chat if you want some awesome bonuses. Woo, the chat is going crazy. Everybody loves some bonuses. So the first bonus you're going to get is the 5x10 training. So in this training, I show you 5 things that I invested my Fiverr earnings in that made me 10 times back. And when you invest in these 5 things, people will start wondering, wait, is this person actually making money on Fiverr? Because you will make so much money. Imagine if you're making 8 figures on Fiverr already, and you're now making 5 times of what you made on Fiverr, because you're investing in these things that I reveal in bonus 1. And the bonus 2 is where I show you things that you need to put in place before you quit your 9-to-5 job. Some people don't know when to quit their 9-to-5 job, while some quit and then they get stuck because now they are not getting orders anymore. But guess what? In this training, I'm going to show you exactly what you need so that you can quit your 9-to-5 job successfully, if that's what you want to do. So I'm still checking on the back end all the people enrolling. Congratulations to you guys. There's so much name. I can't even call out everyone right now. I see Ojo, I see Tope, I see Alima, I see Vincent, I see Joseph. Wow. You guys, I'm loving the energy. Keep getting in. So bonus number 3, when you pay in full. Olumide is asking, does he click the same link when he pays in full? Yes, you click the same link, the same button on the page. So just click any of the link and then you'll see the option. Whether you want to pay in full or whether you want to pay the deposit, you will see all the options on the same page. So the third bonus you're getting is the ultimate buyer request type file. And the way the buyer request work is that you use it to bid for jobs on Fiverr. Till date, I'm here to see anyone with my record. Actually, I'm not like, it's crazy because I've actually bidded for over 1,100 jobs on Fiverr, right? And in every 5 bids that I put in, I always win. And even right now, it's like in every 2 bids that I put in, I win 1, right? So, and most of the people in the program, that's the first place that they actually get their jobs, by bidding for jobs. So the swipe file, the templates that I use, you're going to get access to it. And here's someone that's using the template as well. She posted this recently. She's a virtual assistant and HR specialist, right? She said, I got an order last night through sending an offer a week ago on buyer request. And guess how much the order was worth? $100. Talk about return on investment. And that's not our first order. That's probably like our 9th order since enrolling in the program. Another bonus you're going to get is the gig and bio description template. How many of you are here right now? You're thinking, okay, I have a service, or okay, I'm willing to learn a skill, but I'm not sure. I'm not a writer. I don't know what to write. I don't know how to make people attracted to my gig. Guess what? I have a template for you that you can just swipe in with your own information. How crazy is that, right? Here's someone who enrolled and she said, working on my bio description, what do you think of it? She actually created her bio and her gig within 24 hours of enrolling in the program, right? So that's what you're also going to get when you pay in full today. Another thing you're getting is the profitable niche checklist. And this is what a member said, Richard. He said, it's so beautiful how you, BIM, explain the logic behind choosing my niche. I will definitely apply all the system. Because if you're not sure about what to sell or how do you package what you already sell, this checklist will help you along the way. So when you have everything on this checklist checked, then you have exactly what to do and you can get started on your road to 8 figures. So go click the button right now or go to 8figurefiverr.com/pay. So congratulations to all the people getting it. I'm seeing so many names here that if I start calling it, well, I think we're like 25 people enrolled in, guys. So we only have 100 spots. I think we have like 25 taken right now. So congratulations to everyone. Yeah, so we have like 25 or 24 spots taken. So go and enroll right now. Or once we have all the 100 spots filled up, you won't be able to get in except you go pay 100,000 Naira, which is the price on my website, right? So the 6th bonus you're going to get when you enroll in full today is the quick response template. And what this helps you with is that it guarantees that you get almost 5-star review, like almost always you get 5-star reviews. And it also helps you keep your response rate low so that you never get to lose your level, right? You also learn how to calculate your order completion rate, which is very important on Fiverr. A lot of people actually don't know that, but in the program, you get to learn how to do that. Now, the 7th bonus I want to give you, because I want to make sure you have everything for you to be successful, is the gig title and formula template, right? Now, a lot of people don't know secrets and the power of gig titles. It can literally make or break you if you don't have the right gig title. And it's not just enough to just have a gig title that says, oh, this is what I do. You need to make it attractive. You need to make it a hook so that it attracts those 3 types of clients. So you get a template that shows you exactly how to do that. So this is what Richard had to say again. Richard used to be on Fiverr before. He said, creating a gig might not be as scary and hectic as I used to take it, right? I'll now be able to create one of the most beautiful and most attractive gigs on Fiverr. That's what Richard from Ibadan has to say. Now, guys, for me, I love to always over-deliver. So type over-deliver in the chat if you want me to over-deliver right now. You know, I promised to give you 7 bonuses, but guess what? Last minute, I thought of adding another bonus. Now, some of you probably already have this program already, but if you don't have it, guess what? I'm going to add it when you enroll in full today. So it's the 10-day Monetize Your Passion Challenge course. On a normal day, this program sells for 10,000 Naira. But when you enroll today, I'm going to add it to your account on the 8-Figure Academy. So go to 8figurefiverr.com/pay or click the link on your screen right now and you can get it. So here's the recap again. You're getting the accelerator course. You're getting access to the nation, the community of freelancers from over 10 countries. You're getting access to the vault. You're getting access to the weekly accelerator coaching calls. How amazing is that? And all the bonuses, the total value of the bonuses are worth over 200,000 Naira, right? But all you have to do is pay your 80% discount off and get started today and pay in full for 20,000 Naira or lock in a deposit of 5,000 Naira. And for some of you, you may be here today right now and think, oh, I don't have time, or I'm not sure I have a job. I'm not sure if I'll be able to do this, right? Yes, Toby. Toby is a banker and he's banking in Lagos, right? And in the morning, he attends to his bank job. And when he gets home at night, that's when he does his Fiverr orders. He's a writer, right? And right now, Toby averages $1,000 every month. That's over 500,000 Naira per month on Fiverr, despite having a day job. And right now, he's making way more money on his Fiverr also than most of his superiors in his 9 to 5, despite how crazy Lagos jobs are. And recently, he sent me this. He said, because at the point he told me he wanted to move to Canada before, but now he's not going anymore because he's making so much money from Fiverr, right? Recently, see what he said. He said in July, he said he made $1,200 and he still had 500 active orders. That's literally almost $2,000, right? So that's almost 1 million Naira. So he said, I know they go anywhere again because he's now making so much money, right? And here's another person who's also enrolled in the program. Adeyemi, he actually quit his job where he was earning 80K every month, right? But now he makes way more than that. Maybe up to ×4 or ×5 of that from freelancing on Fiverr. And this was one of the orders that he got and he shared in the program. He said, I got a new order by upselling a new client. So this guy actually started making so much money. He quit his 9 to 5 and he started freelancing full time. So that is the power of this program. Here's another one before we go. Congratulations. I can see all the, before I go on to this, I can see everybody getting in. Guys, I think we have like 40 spots gone. Joanna, Emmanuel. Guys, I can't call everybody's name, but just keep getting in. Stop wasting time. Once we have 100 spots, everything will be gone and you have to only get in for 100,000 Naira. So here's another member of the program. He said, one of my gigs was handpicked by Fiverr and awarded a Rising Talent badge. Guys, do you know how amazing that is? For Fiverr to manually unpick your gig and say, yes, this guy is really good, or this guy's gig is really dope. This guy's account is really performing well, right? And then he said, not until I noticed a large influx of orders, it was overwhelming. I even increased my price by 75% and clients still kept ordering. So that's what happens when you actually have all the strategies. Imagine someone increasing their price by 75% and then you're still getting more jobs. How crazy is that, right? Here's another person. And I'm pretty sure a lot of you who here can relate, right? So Bolu said, I spent my entire graduation day. He is a graduate of computer science from Lagos. He said, I was thinking about what I was going to do for money. And I stumbled upon and had for this program. The modules were well structured. The videos were the right length. And the nation kept me inspired when I had doubts, right? He said, and lastly, he said, even as someone who has never encountered Fiverr before stumbling upon this program, I really feel confident more than ever of my chances of making it on Fiverr. So if you're here right now and you're thinking, oh, I don't know what I'm going to do. Is this going to work for me? This is someone who has never heard about Fiverr before and is not happy that he actually took the action and got into this program. Here's another person. Like, if we start talking about all these testimonials, we are going to spend the entire day here and we are never going to end because we have hundreds and hundreds of these testimonials. And remember, guys, this is over 30,000 hours of my personal time being a multi-millionaire on Fiverr. And I've also since invested tens of thousands of dollars in sales and marketing courses, right? Just to give you all this knowledge. Here's another person. He said, I just got promoted to level 2. I'm looking forward to top seller now. And he said, I guess what I'm trying to say is that it's very much possible to get to level 2 within 4 months of starting out on Fiverr. And guys, to get to level 2, you actually have to have made at least $2,000, which is 1 million Naira. So he made 1 million Naira within his first 4 months. Talk about return on investment, right? So just to recap, this is everything you're getting: the course, the nation, the vault, the weekly accelerator coaching call, and all the bonuses, the 5x10 bonus, the how to quit your 9 to 5 job, the profitable niche checklist, the gig description. Like, oh my God, like I'm losing my voice already counting all the bonuses and all the amazing value that totals up to over 3 million Naira. But all you have to do today is pay 20,000 Naira to get instant access for 3 months to the program. Or if you don't have 20,000 Naira, you can lock in and pay 5,000 Naira right now today so that you can keep your spot. Because once we have 100 people and you're trying to get back in, you cannot get back in anymore. And I showed you guys earlier, right? My first 7 months on Fiverr, I made over 2.5 million Naira, $7,000 within my first 7 months. Imagine where you would be 7 months from now, right? Even with limited knowledge, I made 2.5 million within my first 7 months. Now, if you have access to that, to all the knowledge that I've acquired over time, imagine how much you would be making 7 months from now if you follow the instruction and if you gain access to the 8-figure Fiverr accelerator program. How crazy would that be, right? And for some of you that are thinking, oh, 20,000 Naira is a lot. Maybe because you've never paid that much for an online program before. Here's the thing. If you divide that 20,000 Naira by 1 year, that means you're literally paying 52 Naira per day, right? And I went on Google to check, like, what can 52 Naira a day actually buy? And guess what? It can't even buy a gala. Guys, how crazy is that? A gala, one sachet of gala is actually 55 Naira. So 52 Naira, which is your investment, if you pay 20,000 Naira today, it can't even buy gala. So what's more important, guys? 52 Naira or where you can be 1 year from now, traveling the world, traveling to go watch your favorite football team, being able to take care of your parents and support them, being able to cover your needs, being able to relocate from your country in case you're tired of your country, right? How amazing would that be for you? So go in right now, go to click the button or go to 8figurefiverr.com/pay and go and enroll. I can see we have like 15 more people, 13, 14, 15. Oh my God, we have like 50 spots left, guys. So go and enroll right now. And here's the warning, time is of the essence. This is definitely going to go away. And this pricing is only available to people on this webinar. People that didn't watch to the end or didn't even attend to this webinar at all, they are never going to see this, right? So if you're looking to make money working from home and you need a way out of your current situation, or you have a digital skill that you can't turn to money, or you're already on Fiverr, you're struggling, you're making money today, not making tomorrow, or you're not even making money at all, or you're looking to tap into a business that does not have season. It's not like, oh, you're making money this month and the next month, no money, or a business that can crash. You're looking to tap into a business that only keeps getting bigger due to the nature of the economy that we are in right now without big investment, right? Then take advantage of this ridiculous pricing and all the bonuses that I'm giving you today. Click the button on your link or go to 8figurefiverr.com/pay. And the best part is when you enroll today, you can actually join us for our next weekly coaching call, which is coming up on Tuesday, right? So go in right now and enroll. And before I go, right, I'm going to go very soon. We're going to round this up. And remember when I shared this picture earlier and a lot of you said, oh, your mind was blown with everything that I shared today. Imagine if your mind was blown on a free training. What would happen when you now have a step-by-step training and with me by your side walking you through and coaching you week in, week out, right? How crazy would that be? You can rest assured that your mind will be blown times 20, times 100, times 1,000, right? So go and enroll right now. And for those of you that are still here thinking, oh, I can't afford it, because I've seen a couple of messages like that as well saying, oh, I'm interested, but I can't afford it right now. Here's the thing. This guy, how many of you know this guy, Robert Kiyosaki, right? His book, Rich Dad Poor Dad, is one of the best selling finance book of all time. And here's what Richard said. He said the difference between poor people and rich people is that when poor people come across opportunities, the first thing they think about is, oh, I can't afford it. So they shut their mind, right, to it. But rich people, when they come across opportunities that can change their life, they start thinking, how can I afford it? And that makes them more creative and they start thinking, okay, what can I sell? Who can I borrow money from? What can I put together to be able to afford it? Or what can I starve myself off to be able to afford it, right? So if you want to get to 8 figures, that means you want to be rich. But you can't be rich if you have a poor person mentality. So instead of thinking, oh, I can't afford it, find a way, get creative, look for a friend or a family that can invest in you so that you get in and get started on your 8-figure journey, because the earlier the better. Imagine if I got started in 2014 when my friend told me about freelancing for the first time, right? Imagine how much money I would have even made by then. But the moment I said yes, it's all over, and I got started and everything changed for me. So if you want to be rich right now, don't say, oh, I can't afford it. If you say you can't afford it, then you're shooting yourself in the foot. You're canceling yourself out and you're not trying to be creative. Look for someone you can borrow from. Or at least even if you can't pay in full right now, pay the 5,000 Naira non-refundable deposit and then you have 4 weeks to balance up, right? So go and get it right now. 8figurefiverr.com/pay or click the button on your screen, right? So here, before I go, here's another testimonial. Like, we have so much of this that if we literally decide to go through all the testimonials, we'll spend the entire day here. But obviously, I know your time is valuable, So here's the last one that I'm going to go through. He said he opened his first gig mid-July, and by September, which was this screenshot, he has made $1,455 and is expecting $720. That's over $2,000 already, which is 1 million naira within 1 month, right? So go in right now, go and enroll, go and keep your spot. I think we have like 40 spots left. So this training is going to be over soon. If you can still watch it up to this point, it means there's still some spots left. So go and get in right now before the price goes up and this offer is all done. So you can also, if you took notes, you can also take screenshot of it and tag me on your Instagram story or your Facebook story, and I'll be sure to repost them. Tag me. My Instagram is @bimremilawa. And remember, if you're having any issues with payment, just send an email to hello@bimremilawa.com and the support team will definitely get back to you. So thank you so much for attending this training today, and I'm so excited to have you, and I'll see you on the other side in the program. Thank you.